Was there a case that you knew the guy was absolutely guilty, but you just couldn't prove it?
Yes. There's a case in the book, in Behind the Murder Curtain, there's a case of the alleged, because I have to use that word, alleged serial killer named Richard Williams. Richard Williams allegedly killed about 60 veterans at the Harry S. Truman Medical Center in Missouri. And this is what happened with that. The FBI and the VA Inspector General started an investigation, and they could not find the cause of death. And it started the same way. Every time Nurse Williams is on duty, the death rate goes up. Nurse Williams takes a week off, the death rate goes down. So you know what? The director said, oh, I got an idea. Let's assign another nurse to work with Nurse Williams and kind of watch him. So when the second nurse was following Nurse Williams, the death rate was fine. But when that second nurse had to take a week off or had to do something, guess what happened? The death rate went up. Right? So what's the cause of death? We could not determine what the cause of death of these patients was until my office, because I didn't normally cover Missouri, my office took a look at it. The Inspector General said, Bruce, you have been successful with these other cases. Take a look at the case of Richard Williams, even though the FBI and our own organization couldn't. So it was these wonderful forensic nurses that looked at the patient's records and said, you know what? I think he's been using succinylcholine. So we went to this private lab, and I said to the lab, can you actually find traces of succinylcholine and an embalmed tissue? And they said, Bruce, you're in luck. We got this brand new machine. It's called the High Performance Liquid Chromatography Tandem Mass Spectrometer.
God damn, that's a lot of words.
Right? So how does it work? Bruce, you wouldn't understand. You couldn't understand. Let me just tell you. We take a little tissue sample, and it goes through the machine, and eventually we're able to say that it's succinylcholine. So Richard Williams gets indicted for murdering 13 patients at the Harry S. Truman VA Medical Center. And then I get a phone call from the lab, and they say, oh, Bruce, you know what? We made a mistake. We can't really say that it's succinylcholine. And unfortunately, the Harry S. Truman Medical Center is not exclusive federal jurisdiction or even concurrent jurisdiction like it was in Massachusetts or on Long Island. They had something called proprietorial jurisdiction, which means the state has primary jurisdiction, and the state prosecutor would not pursue the case against Richard Williams because the toxicology could not prove that it was succinylcholine that he used to kill people. Now, the family of one of the victims sued the VA and won. They sued the VA, and the judge says, yeah, I think Richard Williams is a serial killer. But there's a big difference in the level of proof between a civil case and a criminal case. Because a civil case only requires a preponderance of evidence, which is like 51% of the evidence.
Right.
While a criminal case is, beyond a reasonable doubt, and the prosecutor felt that he could not prove that case. So Richard Williams no longer in the nursing profession or in the medical profession. But I think that he killed people? Yes. But until I could prove it, it's just an allegation.
Do you still?
And that one sticks in my craw.
Yeah. Did you keep working on it even though, it was done and everything else?
We're hoping is that the science will improve and that the scientists could actually come out with a positive determination that these people had succinylcholine in their bodies and they shouldn't have succinylcholine in his body, and he was the one who administered. But until that time, it's just he's an alleged serial killer.
Where is he at today?
He's still in Missouri somewhere, Last time I looked, he's certainly not working in the medical profession at all. Had a variety of jobs. He's a real loser. But